When we think of the female Orixas, it is as if we are talking about powerful and unique women, each with her own way of seeing and interacting with the world. Imagine a queen who rules the sea, like Imanya. She is that maternal figure who welcomes and protects you, but can also be relentless if disrespected. Her waters can be calm and tranquil, but in a matter of seconds, they can turn into violent waves, capable of destroying everything in their path. That's how she handles situations, loving, but firm. Now, think of Oxum, the goddess of beauty, love, and wealth. She is someone who never goes unnoticed, shining with her vanity and love for all that is beautiful. Oxum accepts nothing halfway, she demands the best, whether in love, gifts, or offerings made to her. This preference for luxury is not a sign of superficiality, but a manifestation of her divine nature, which values what is good, beautiful, and prosperous. These Orixas are not only powerful, they are direct reflections of the forces of nature. They have their own temperaments, specific tastes, and rules that must be strictly followed. Working with them requires attention to every detail. Imanya, for example, values purity and calm. A poorly made offering or disrespectful behavior can have serious consequences. Oxum, in turn, expects you to approach her with something that shows your effort, proving that you value what is beautiful as much as she does. What makes these deities so fascinating is this unique blend of generosity and demand. They are deeply generous, but only to those who treat them with the respect and devotion they deserve. Every gesture, every word in connecting with these forces must be carefully thought out. The female Orixas are much more than simple representations of deities in human form. They are the very embodiment of the forces of nature. To understand their power, imagine standing before a grand waterfall, its waters flowing with immeasurable strength, carving the rocks through which they pass. This is Oxum, the goddess who represents beauty and sweetness, but who can also be relentless when she decides. Just like water can nurture life, it can also destroy everything in its path if provoked. Now, think of Iansa, the goddess of the wind. She is not a gentle breeze that caresses your face, but a storm that tears through the sky with overwhelming fury. She emerges with fury, moving quickly, and her presence is felt like the very wind that no one can control. Like a hurricane, Iansa arrives without warning, changing the entire landscape in a matter of minutes. Her force is devastating but, at the same time, necessary for transformation and renewal. These deities operate within this duality. They are beautiful, powerful, and at the same time, dangerous. Oxum, with her delicacy, may seem fragile, but her power of destruction is as intense as her brilliance. Iansa, with her intensity, may seem violent, but she also brings the renewal that only strong winds can provide. They are forces that we must respect and revere, for, like nature, they can both build and destroy, depending on how they are approached. When you think of the female Orixas, you should not underestimate them. Just like the nature that surrounds us, they can be unpredictable and untamable. One day, they are calm, serene, like the sea on a tranquil day. The next, they can transform into a storm that changes everything around them. This is the essence of the Orixas, the force that flows through everything, the power that cannot be controlled. As humans, we can only learn to navigate these waters and respect the winds that move our lives. Since ancient times, long before nations, kings, and borders existed, the female Orixas have been teaching profound lessons about hierarchy and social order. They not only shaped the forces of nature but also gave form to how human beings should organize and relate to one another. These ancestral deities are true instructors of what it means to live with dignity, respect, and responsibility. Through their teachings, they showed humanity that chaos cannot prevail, and that balance is necessary in everything. Imagine a society where each person has a specific role and performs it with excellence. In this vision, every human being is a vital piece in a vast cosmic puzzle, where everyone has their place and importance. Oxum, for example, not only blesses her children with beauty and prosperity but also teaches that self-care and good manners must be cultivated. For her, wealth is not just material, but also spiritual, and it involves treating oneself and others with the utmost respect. When we approach an Orixa, we must keep in mind that we are in the presence of an entity that understands the balance of the universe much more deeply than we can imagine. They demand respect, not because they are vain, but because they know that respect is the first step to understanding our position in the cosmos. They know that without respect and order, the harmony of the universe is lost, and that is exactly why their laws must be followed with seriousness. These female Orixas do not accept being treated lightly. They immediately perceive when someone tries to underestimate or disrespect them, and this can result in serious consequences. They are not vengeful by nature, but they are just. Their main function is to remind us that we are all connected by an invisible network of responsibilities and that every action has a reaction. Just as in nature, where a simple change can trigger a domino effect, the same happens in the spiritual realm. The very idea of prosperity and power, as we know it, comes from these deities. Oxum, Imanya, Iansa, and other female orixas are the guardians of what it means to live in abundance. But this abundance does not only refer to the accumulation of material goods. It is about an abundance of spirit, harmony, and justice. These entities govern the universe with a firm but just hand, ensuring that order and hierarchy are maintained so that the balance between the spiritual and material worlds is preserved. When we look at the lessons of these orixas, we understand that there is no room for selfishness or disorder. They show us that true power lies in recognizing our role in the grand scheme of things and that prosperity only comes to those who live in harmony with the universal laws they established since the beginning of time. Thus, when we connect with these deities, we must be ready to learn, respect, and, above all, understand our position in the vast universe they govern. To understand the differences between ancestors and orixas, we must first delve into their essences and understand how their energies influence our world and our spirit. Imagine an ancient family tree, with deep roots buried in the soil, representing the ancestors. These roots symbolize the connection to the earthly world, the palpable and everyday reality that we all experience. Ancestors, like these roots, maintain a direct link to human experiences, understanding the joys and challenges of life on earth. Ancestors are like wise counselors who, having already walked the path of life, offer guidance and support. They are familiar with our daily struggles, from paying bills to maintaining healthy relationships. They guide us through whispers on the wind, intuitions, and sometimes even through dreams, always ready to help solve practical problems and offer comfort in times of need. On the other hand, female orixas are like stars that shine in the night sky, distant, powerful, and mysterious. They operate on a much higher frequency, transcending the physical plane to touch the spiritual. Imagine these goddesses as celestial lights that, though distant, illuminate our paths with a luminosity that transcends common human understanding. They see the big picture, the entire tapestry of existence, and thus their perspective is vast and deep. An orixa like Oxum, goddess of freshwater and fertility, or Iansa, lady of winds and storms, does not concern herself only with the immediate needs of humans. They are focused on our spiritual evolution, the development of our inner strength, and our ability to face great challenges. When an orixa intervenes in your life, it is not just to solve a temporary problem, but to transform your being, so that you can flow with the currents of life with wisdom and power. This distinction between ancestral guides and orixas is crucial because it defines the type of interaction we must have with each. When dealing with ancestors, we can feel comfortable, as if we are talking to old friends or family members. They know us, know where we come from, and understand what we need to improve our daily lives. However, when we approach the orixas, we must do so with a sense of reverence and openness to receive lessons that can sometimes be harsh, but are always aimed at our growth and spiritual enlightenment. It is a relationship of depth, which requires respect and care, for the power they have to transform our lives is immense and sacred. This interaction with the divine, whether through ancestors or orixas, enriches our journey, offering both support in earthly matters and guiding us to achieve the sublime potential of our spiritual existence. Understanding and respecting these differences is essential for a balanced and harmonious walk on the spiritual path, embracing both the blessings of our ancestral guides and the profound transformations brought by the orixas. Female orixas, although powerful and wise, have very limited patience when it comes to the trivial dramas and concerns of humans. Imagine you are standing before Oxum, the goddess of love, beauty, and prosperity. You approach her with a problem that, to you, seems immense: my boyfriend left me. Expecting comfort, maybe a symbolic embrace or a magical solution to bring the person back, you are surprised to see Oxum smile subtly, as if to say, does that really matter? That smile is not one of disdain but of wisdom that goes far beyond fleeting concerns. Oxum, like the other orixas, sees what lies behind these superficial issues. She sees your true purpose, the reason why you are here, at this exact moment in your life. For her, the end of a relationship may be just a small detour on the path to something much greater and more meaningful. When we talk about female orixas and their mindset of prosperity, we are diving into a universe where abundance is a natural law. These deities, who have guided humanity for millennia, show us that everything we need is already available to us. But there is an important secret: to access this abundance, you need to believe in it, live with the certainty that the universe is vast and generous. Let's imagine a scene. You are in a dense forest, surrounded by towering trees and crystal-clear rivers. You feel life pulsating around you, the sound of leaves in the wind, the calm flow of the water, and the fresh scent of the earth. This is Oxum's world, a world where nature never questions whether it will have enough because the answer is already given: there is abundance for all. This is the vision that Oxum and the other Orixas want us to carry into our own lives. If you approach these deities with doubts, insecurities, or with the feeling that you don't deserve prosperity, they will show you that this mindset is a barrier. Oxum, for example, might look at you with a wise and gentle smile, but her message is clear: prosperity is not a matter of deserving but of alignment. When you recognize your value and align with the forces of the universe, you open the door to a prosperous life, full of beauty, love, and wealth, not just material wealth, but spiritual wealth as well. This is the true lesson of the Orixas: prosperity is a state of mind, a way of viewing the world. Opportunities are everywhere, blessings are within reach, but you must be prepared to receive them. Scarcity, for these deities, is nothing more than an illusion, something created by a mind that has disconnected from life's natural generosity. Prosperity, on the other hand, is the natural state of things. Therefore, when we connect with these Orixas, especially Oxum, we are being called to live with more confidence and courage. They want you to know that there is enough for everyone and that the only thing that can stop you from achieving your dreams is the belief that you don't deserve them. But when you embrace the idea that you are worthy of all the abundance the universe offers, life begins to flow in a much more harmonious way. In the end, the mindset of prosperity that the Orixas teach us is more than just a belief in material wealth. It is a lesson about self-worth, about confidence, and about the ability to create a rich and fulfilling life in every sense. The luxury that Oxum values so much is not just about expensive goods or material items, but about the luxury of living fully, of feeling deserving of the best that life has to offer. As we conclude this video, I want to thank you deeply for following this journey. The Orixas teach us valuable lessons, and I hope that the stories we shared today have inspired you to embrace a new mindset of prosperity and abundance. If these words resonated with you, don't forget to leave your comment, share your reflections, and of course, subscribe to the channel for more stories and lessons about the Orixas and the power of their energies. Stay tuned, because I will be back very soon with more captivating stories about the deities and the spiritual world, and you won't want to miss it. Until the next video, and may the prosperity and blessings of the Orixas always be with you.